Saudações a todos! Nesse vídeo, iremos abordar um combinado de informações relacionadas a tecnologias exóticas, recentemente reveladas pelo denunciante JP, que é um militar na ativa do Exército dos Estados Unidos e fonte do Dr. Michael Salla. No início de maio desse ano, JP foi enviado em uma missão secreta para um grande espaçoporto subterrâneo, localizado na região montanhosa entre os estados norte-americanos do Alabama, Mississippi e Tennessee. JP acrescenta que existem cerca de algumas dezenas desse tipo de base nos Estados Unidos, e elas estão conectadas a outras bases na América do Sul, na Terra interior e até mesmo na Lua. Chegando lá, JP testemunhou centenas de naves e visitantes de diferentes civilizações extraterrestres e intraterrenas. Também relata sobre tecnologias avançadas, como uma antessala contendo mecanismos de escaneamento e detalhamento dos corpos dos militares terrestres, antes de entrarem propriamente na base. Inclusive, um dos companheiros de JP não pôde entrar devido a um de seus órgãos ser transplantado, e por medida de segurança não pôde entrar na base e nem ter contato com os outros seres. JP também descreve em detalhes sobre uma tecnologia furtiva a laser que serve para ocultar a entrada dessa base e, por conseguinte, a chegada e a saída das naves. Vamos assistir a esse trecho do relato de JP.
Has to be yours. So we entered, and it was a big football-sized hangar, and we saw different kind of ships there coming in and out. We can hear these ships swooping like away and coming in, parking, and different kind of people, different kind of entities coming out of them, and giving the people in charge of the hangar a like a metallic see-through type of square, and the person sees the inventory of the ship and gives it back, and it kind of reminded me of Men in Black type of thing, you know, like different ships and different kind of traffic that comes in and comes out.
So we're talking a spaceport. We're talking something as big as a football stadium under the ground. Behind, you have to access it through this rock that you can drive through with your van, and then you have to go through some kind of security.
I'm sure there's an opening also on top for the ships. They come down and they go in, and I was talking to a guy that was sitting down in the corner that was in charge of like all the IT. They have a technology that surrounds this mountains. It is a laser that shoots up, and it goes as high as our atmosphere. But these lasers that shoot up, they do a hexagon up, and anything that goes, it turns to a big ass straw, so they can enter from the atmosphere all the way in, and nothing can be seen coming in or out. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, say this is the laser. The laser, you can't see it, but it makes anything that goes in it from the atmosphere. This is the mountain, this is the atmosphere up, and this is space. So they can enter in this particular hexagon made of laser, and it cannot be seen. It turns everything like invisible, like a cloak.
So just for people that want a little more kind of like information, because they're listening to this, they can't see anything. You know, you were holding up a kind of tube type device, and the laser would go through the tube in the way you just described.
So it's a type of laser light that shoots up to space, and when ships go through it, nobody can see it. Nobody can see the ships that go inside. This laser reflects everything that is outside, so it makes it cloaks everything that comes into the mountain.
So it's kind of like you're saying a kind of tubular beam of light or a laser that goes up into the upper atmosphere, and the ships are able to go into that tube of light that's
Mhm.
projected up into the atmosphere, and that's how they're able to enter the base, but in a stealth way without anyone seeing. But people can see the light, right? So people would see a light come.
No, it reflects everything that's out from it. But in the inside is you can see it. It's dark. It reflects everything in the outside. It's like a mirror light. It's like a mirror made of light. Doc, it's a huge science into this. There's a way that they could put like face the molecules out one direction, and you know how certain like there's technology that flips the mirrors, and when they flips the mirrors, it turns anything stealth. So this technology is really, really top notch. They have a way to manipulate molecules to make it look like microscopic mirrors that can reflect whatever is outside from the laser. They do it in a quantum level, and whatever's inside is a dark hole. I think NASA got a couple pictures of these lasers when they shoot up and they hit the atmosphere and it looks like a light that shoots up. I think they do have pictures like that. If I can find it, I'll send it to you. But yeah, they have that technology, and they use this technology also in oceans also, on different kind of ships. And they have this also on different types of UFOs and ships. This technology is a type of laser that goes around the skin of the aircraft and microscopically turns see through everything that is within the ship. So it's quite interesting.
Okay, so
Em seguida, JP nos conta sobre sua missão nesse espaço-porto, que era receber e transportar um dispositivo de cura extremamente poderoso e raro. Mas esse dispositivo de cura foi projetado para uma raça aquática de ETs e posteriormente acabou sendo levado para outro planeta. Esses programas secretos que funcionam nessas bases são capazes de produzir diferentes dispositivos tecnológicos para diferentes raças extraterrestres e intraterrenas, e comumente usam essas tecnologias como uma espécie de escambo ou sistema de troca com essas outras raças. No vídeo seguinte a esse sobre o espaço-porto subterrâneo, JP recebeu um sinal verde para contar um pouco mais sobre esse dispositivo de cura, que transportou e acabou confessando que teve uma interação com esse dispositivo antes de entregar a seus superiores. Vamos ouvir nas próprias palavras do JP sobre essa interação com o dispositivo.
But I know we haven't. And we brought this back to the base. I took the box and I gave it to one of the scientists that we came back to. And with that, I felt not connected, but I felt my hairs go up when I touched this device. I felt like a connection. And I told that, you really have to tell the scientists or the people that we give the device to what you feel, or if you have a connection, or what's going on when you give the devices back. So when I said that, that's when they, not just me, everybody else, they took us to this other place where I'm telling you about the rooms and all that.
I see. So this was that healing device that you got from that underground base, or your team was handed that healing device to be taken off world. But you when you handled it, it did something to you.
Yes. And you have to be honest, you have to tell them, hey, I felt this and feel this, and because everything goes through a cleansing, everything goes through a type of cleansing. Decontamination. How you say decontamination?
Decontamination.
Decontamination. Decontamination. And there's 3 more devices. So we have one. There's 2 more devices of
So
these.
when you say 3 more devices, now you are only given 1 device from that people in the underground base. So where did the other 2 come from?
We have 1 device. The other 2 are somewhere on this planet. Do not know where. These devices are really powerful. You could use them in the right way or in the wrong way.
Okay, so this device you brought back is connected to 2 other devices around the planet that haven't been found, or someone is in control of them, and they're all very powerful. Okay.
Well, we do know the location of one device. We have control of that device, and we gave it, and it's already off planet. It's already heading towards the other planet, or already there. But there's another one that is inside inner Earth civilization. They have it. One of the king. They're in control of it. And then there's another device that we're thinking is around Europe, somewhere around Europe.
Okay, all right. So all of those devices are there, in different locations, but the one you brought back to the base, you handled it, it triggered you. Then you go up into this room, you call it a box, and you have this vision, this memory of being on this planet.
Chegando nessa outra base militar, que inclusive o JP pôde levar o Dr. Michael Salla para visitar, os cientistas, notando o que aconteceu com o JP ao transportar esse dispositivo, imediatamente o levaram para um hangar enorme, com várias salas ou cômodos contendo grandes caixas tecnológicas. Essas grandes caixas continham mecanismos conectados a uma central, e todo esse aparato funcionava como uma máquina capaz de visualizar vidas passadas. Vamos à descrição de JP sobre essa máquina.
Certain kind of missions, but what I found quite interesting is that they took us to this big hangar type of room at the base I actually brought you to. And I saw more people there. I saw a total of probably 30. And you walk into and there's boxes, right? There's rooms, but they're made like of titanium type of metal, and there's boxes in there. And one of the commanding officers were like, "Hey, we want you in one of those rooms. We want to monitor you." And I'm like, "Wait, what kind of monitoring are you gonna do?" Just go to that room. So we each go into that room, and there's other like 30 people, like more people going to these rooms. And it's connected to like a server, each room. So when you enter into this room, it's like a white box, right? And there's a seat in the middle. The seat, when you sit in the middle of the seat, you're relaxed, you lean back. It's like a recliner kind of seat, but it has a shape of a head with it's like a metal plate that goes behind your head, and it contracts into your head. You just lay back, and you have somebody dressed in white, like a type of scientist. They're dressed like scientists, dressed in white. Their face are covered. They got gloves. They connect you, right? And when they connect you like they put wires on, like wire patches on your head. So they sit you in this box, and some guy with white clothes, looking like a scientist, covering their face with a mask. They got some goggles, they got gloves, and they sit you and they connect you to these cables. But this cable is connected to a hub. All these boxes are connected to a type of computer room that is on the upstairs that people are monitoring. And I'm like asking myself, man, why did they have me here? What seems to be the problem? And then in the middle of this this place where all these boxes are, there's a center core. There's a center core. It's made with liquid, but it's really like a shiny type of liquid. It looked like mercury. It's like a bluish color. So you can see it moving up and down, like if it was those lights that you see when you go north in the skies. What'd you call those lights?
The Aurora Borealis?
It looks like an Aurora Borealis inside this tube. And it's quite interesting. I thought it was like a lighting for the room and all that. It looked kind of cool, but it's actually a energy source for that connects to each boxes that each people are at. Some boxes you can hear people screaming, like not in pain, but like these boxes, they put you in this trance. They put you in this deep sleep. And then when you sleep in this deep trance in this box, is actually monitoring your past lives. So it's monitoring all the lives you have lived. I don't know how people are going to take this, but we have lived multiple lives in the past, and sometimes we come back, and sometimes with this technology that they have, they can see the past through this device that's connected to this recliner type of chair that's connected to your brain, because the brain patterns, they can see it through a screen that is on top of that floor I was telling you about that they do monitoring on. And everybody was going through this trance in the same time. And I remember closing my eyes, and I remember being on a planet. This planet was beautiful. It had valleys, it had the grass, and it moved in synchronicity. And I remember seeing in the distance, I saw a city coming out from the ocean, from this planet's ocean. And it looked like it was built under the ocean up, because you can only see the part that is on top of the ocean. And I remember me calling you, telling you about this situation, about this dream that I had. It was a dream that was activated by this recliner type of chair that they put you in. They try to extract not information, but bits and pieces of what you have done in the past. And it's possible to have this, because your blood is really, really information. Your brain is also information. By extracting your blood, they can tell a lot of your past ancestors in your past lives by quantum computing, and they have technology that will overwhelm you.
Dr. Michael Salla, surpreso com a revelação de JP sobre essa tecnologia, o questiona sobre mais detalhes e também sobre a intenção desses cientistas em investigar sobre as vidas passadas de JP.
Experiment.
So I just wanted to kind of clarify something. So those technicians or scientists that are monitoring you while you're having that experience and remembering this, are they seeing it as well? I mean, does the technology enable them to see it, or do they have to do a debriefing with you? Because it sounds as though they somehow are recording it.
They're recording it. They know they have a screen that shows everything, like in black and white, or like inverted colors, and the machine inverts the colors back, and everything that you see through this monitoring, they can see as well.
Interesting. Oh wow. So they're like they're recording your past life events, but they're specifically choosing events where you're interacting with people that are part of this kind of circle that is being formed. And of course, Elena Danan is one, but the next time they could do it with, say, someone else from that circle, like Jean Charles.
Yeah,
So
with you, with Tony, with somebody, and everything is done with frequencies too. They can connect with anybody with frequency, with vibration.
It's very interesting because I know, people have talked about star seeds incarnating on Earth, and we're here to fulfill missions. But what hasn't been talked about so far is star groups coming here. In other words, people who are linked in some way, in some other world, that they are ETs on another world, and they decide, oh, we're going to go to Earth, and as a group, we're going to do this particular mission. And it sounds as though the people that are in charge of you as you do these covert missions, that they are now interested in gathering intel on this star group that you're linked into.
And there's particular people that left the star group that will come back and be part of the star group and connect again. And
Ainda mais surpreendente é essa revelação de JP sobre a máquina capaz de ver, transmitir e gravar cenas de vidas passadas foi sobre essa tecnologia estar sendo usada para investigar as sementes estelares, que formam grupos estelares e estão encarnadas aqui na Terra nesse momento para cumprir missões em conjunto. Missões essas que inclusive podem ser para reunir grupos de sementes estelares e visitarem as arcas espaciais para ativar regiões delas que ainda permanecem dormentes. Realmente informações surpreendentes, tanto sobre as tecnologias quanto os grupos de sementes estelares. Quanto a nós, continuemos fazendo nossa parte no dia a dia, sempre atento às divulgações, e nunca se sabe quem pode acabar sendo necessário em alguma dessas missões. Saudações a todos.